Hey guys, welcome back to another week. It is the week of October 13th. We've got a busy week. On Monday, we have our first fishbowl, which is part of the writer's workshop process. I'll be spending the day with the good people from CISA and our language arts staff to learn a lot more about writer's workshop, what's working, what's challenging, and so on. So that'll take the day. Monday after school, we have a staff meeting. I'll talk more about that in a little bit. And on Tuesday morning, Bill, Dana, and I have our principal meeting over at the district office. Then on Thursday afternoon, we have a STEM and Project Lead the Way steering committee meeting. Right after that is our PBIS meeting at the building. And then Friday afternoon, I have my first Badger Conference meeting of the year. So busy week. All right, Monday after school we have a staff meeting. We're going to try to keep it pretty short and sweet, but there will be some discussion time in there. We're going to start it out with a shower to celebrate some things. We also have a report out from PBIS. We're going to look at a couple things there. We're also going to talk a little bit about the culture process and kind of where we're at right now with kind of the themes that we've been talking about, getting some feedback from you on what exactly that looks like. Because frankly, it's been hard to get out to team meetings with all the behaviors that we've been dealing with. So we're going to hit that at the staff meeting and any other updates that we've got from everybody else. And then in November, just a reminder that the November staff meeting will be a little bit longer. We're going to schedule that out till about 4:30. So please make any plans, adjust any plans that you can to try to stay for that. We'll have Drew Howick back with us at that staff meeting. All right, a quick update on educator effectiveness and what people should be working on. At this point, we should be talking with our PLC teams to identify data sources that we want to use for our SLOs. We should also be starting to work towards a finalized draft of SLOs and PPGs. Most of that work's getting done within your PLC teams, which is great. That's a very good strategy. I know many of you have drafts kind of ready to go. I've had a lot of conversations with many of you about that. There's some really good things happening, so I really appreciate the work that you've done on that. And then also by the end of the month, you need to have that DPI training step 4 done. Ann Higgins facilitated some of those after-school popcorn parties. If you weren't able to take part in that, you do need to take part of it on the DPI site, and then print out the certificate and let the district office know. We have another early release coming actually on October 23rd. That's a Thursday. Friday is no school that week. And that early release will again have some time to work on some of the things that you're working towards with EE. And all of the things that I just talked about are due at the end of the month. So you've got plenty of time here to still work on it. If you have any questions at all, talk to me, Bill, Dana, Greg Vandehay as our EE mentor, who's doing an awesome job with this. Greg Gorez and David O'Keefe are also great guys to ask. Okay, last but not least, volunteer forms on our field trip approval process. On the little section on that checklist that says 2 weeks prior, that's when the volunteer forms or the chaperone forms should be sent to all the parents. Please be aware that we can't take, it does not say this on the form, we noticed this last week, we cannot take chaperones or add chaperones the day of a field trip. The reason being is it takes time to do the background check. Last week we had a field trip heading out, just leaving school grounds on the bus when we got the results of a background check. That prompted us to panic a little bit because we needed to check in on whether or not that particular chaperone was okay to be on the trip. So from a safety standpoint, what we need to do is make sure that any volunteer forms are back to us with enough time that we can check things out. So right now, I need to talk with Bill and Dana in the district office to figure out what that window needs to be. But for right now, just keep in mind that we need to have those volunteer forms, those background checks in well in advance so that there's time for the district office to do the background check. All right, well, that's it for the news this week. We'll see you in the hallways.